Hi, today we're talking to Walker. Hi, Walker.
Hey, nice to meet you.
You too.
Thanks for having me on.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you start out as a musician?
Well, I started off, I bought a guitar from a classmate when I was in year 9 at school for $50, and I've still got that guitar at home. It doesn't work too well these days, but I've still got it. It's only got 4 or 5 strings on it, sitting there in the corner of my lounge room. But yeah, that's how I got involved. I became obsessed with music at a young age, and I bought a set of drums in my first year at university. Yeah.
Very nice.
Joined a band and played a few gigs back in university.
And your songwriting, when did that begin?
Well, I used to listen to the top 40 a lot when I was a very young fellow, and was quite obsessed with listening to that every Sunday night. And I just sort of listened to the old Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton songs and on the hit parade, and developed a bit of a penchant for songwriting from there. And I wrote a first song when I was 8 or 9 years old. It wasn't a particularly deep song, but it was definitely had a good melody, and the lyrics all rhymed. It was definitely the start of something. Yeah.
Very nice. And you've taken a while to get round to recording some tracks, and how come it's taken you so long to launch your career publicly?
Well, to be brutally honest, probably because I was living the rock star lifestyle a little bit too much instead of concentrating on being a rock star. So I learned to check. But I've modified my behaviour to a certain extent.
And how did you come to be associated with your co-producer, Tone Wonderland?
Well, I've been recording for a number of years with another mate of mine, and we just found we didn't see each other for a couple of years, and I went back to record some more, and we didn't get on as well as we used to get on, and eventually I just came to the conclusion that it wasn't going to be a long-term relationship with him anymore. So I googled a few different recording studios and met Tone, and he seemed to know what he was doing, and now here we are, still working together.
Very nice. So tell me a little bit more about your musical tastes. What was the first album you bought?
The first album I bought, that was the very best of the Beach Boys, I think it was called, and it was all their greatest hits. And I bought it on the strength of listening to a Beach Boys medley, which was a 4-minute song that entailed a whole lot of their top 8 or 9 hits all rolled into one 4-minute medley. And I went down and bought the album one Saturday morning because I was really impressed with the sound of it.
Yeah, very distinctive sound, classic album.
Yeah.
And what's your favourite song?
Favourite song? I've got heaps of favourite songs, but I would have to say I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. It's from about 1980 or 81, around that time. And the minute I saw it on television and heard it for the first time, I knew it was a hit. It was a really inspirational song, and that's probably my favourite. I think it's probably the most perfect pop rock song ever written.
Right. And other favourites? What else?
Other favourites? It's pretty contemporary. Well, not contemporary these days, but it's very sort of a mainstream sort of taste that I've got. I listen to and write mainstream music. Probably Fun by the by the Beach Boys is a good one. Never Tear Us Apart by INXS is a favourite. Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
Classic.
It's an all-time classic, yeah. I don't think too many people dislike that song. And You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC is also a very special song to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, out of all of that, you've created this character of Walker. How did that come about?
Well, Walker came about, basically, I've been writing songs for a few years, and I was getting a bit more serious about getting into the industry, and I realised that a lot of artists have a stage name, and I thought my name was not quite Greg Wilson's. It's a name, but it doesn't sound like a real rock star name. But I thought, a friend suggested Walker, and I thought about it, and I thought that sounds pretty good. I think I might stick with that. So it was just basically it came up over a few beers one Sunday afternoon on my balcony, to tell you the truth, and it's stuck ever since. So.
And the exclamation mark?
The exclamation mark at the end of Walker is because I want people to not think of Walker, I want them to think of Walker. Yeah, so that's the exclamation mark.
Okay, so where do you see yourself heading next in the industry?
Well, I've always really, my main aim is to write a string of major international smash hits. I really enjoy the intellectual challenge of writing a 3-minute song, of getting the structure of the song, the lyrics of the song, the melody of the song, and then the harmonies and backing vocals on top of all that, all streamlined into one, rolled up 3-minute package. And it's not easy, but it's getting easier. And I realised when I wrote a couple of good songs, I could write another one and another one. So yeah, that's my long-term goal, to write a string of major international smash hits.
Well, that's a solid ambition you've got there, Walker.
Thank you
very much for talking to us today.
Lovely, thank you. Thanks for having me.